Chat. Hey, it feels like I haven't talked to you guys, you internet strangers and bots and AI in a while because I'm really sick and or really tired. So I don't really get a chance to talk that much. I do film things always, 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 but I almost never post because I just have scatterbrain and I'm really tired and I feel really sick. And today I took a nap because I didn't sleep well last night. And now my chest hurts really bad right here and I'm like kind of scared because I'm already having issues like my pelvis hurts, now my chest hurts, and I do work out, but nothing crazy. I don't know what's going on. Is it me being a hypochondriac, being paranoid? I don't know. Like I'm not imagining my body falling apart. I'm almost always too tired to function. Like my body hurts. Broke my pinky when I was in 8th grade and I was 14. So my pinky always hurts. This pinky, it's always numb or just hurts. And now my pelvis is hurting off and on. And I woke up with my chest hurting and I have a lot of things going on. But yeah, that's why I haven't been talking because I'm busy, I'm tired, I'm in pain, and I have other health issues, not serious ones, but not cool, not cool. So it feels like I haven't been here in a while because I'm having a major overload shutdown with my body. Whatever. But I wanted to talk about where I expected to be in life. I'm 26, almost 27. October, I am turning 27 years old. That's kind of crazy. I think, truly, honestly, ever since I was a little girl, I always thought that life as an adult starts at 25. Like, you could be like, oh, I'm an adult, and you could be 23 and be like, no, you're not 25. And I stand by that, and I always will. Because by the time you're 25, you start to see how your life is, like how you spent your 21 year, 18th year, and how you spent a little bit of time out of school. Like, where are you in life? I always wanted to have the wife, the kids, always wanted the three-story house, and that sounds kind of crazy, but why am I not allowed to have a three-story house if I want kids and a wife? I've always wanted a good job and to be happy. I've always wanted to be cute because I hate myself. I've always wanted to be thriving in life, and I don't know. I got my first car when I was 21, July 2020. It was a pandemic car. Never asked for any help with the payments at all. It was a 4-year plan. I had it paid off. In 2024 of this year. I mean, this time last year, my bad. And it was $590 a month. I've never struggled with that. Never asked for help with my payments or anything like that. And I made that happen. I made that happen. I feel like it was probably like a $35,000 car, maybe. I don't know. But it's just crazy because obviously there are so many different life choices I could have taken. Like I could have saved up money and gotten me somewhere to live. Probably not in this economy. I have to work on my credit. My credit is good, but it's dead credit. I know that my credit's basically dead because I don't have any loans right now at all. But I've never missed a payment. I've never been late on a payment. Never any of that. So my credit is really, really good, but I don't have any outstanding loans right now, so I mean, does it really count? I mean, I'd be thinking like a lot of people, no hate to these people because they're obviously smart. They go out and buy used cars for way less money and spend the other money on other things. I am always thinking like, how could my life played out if I dated this person or dated this person or never dated the person that grew me? Well, dated, I didn't mean that there was consent to that relationship, but um, I am obsessively dwelling on that all the time. I'm like, if I didn't get a car, if I didn't work here, if I didn't work there, like, where could I have been? And I know there is no guidebook or instructions to life. You just have to play the game of life in real life, and you get what you get. You can't throw a fit, really, because you're in the soup. You're in it forever, because it's your decisions. And I don't know. I just be thinking about it all the time. Right now, I'm 26. I'm financially struggling. Like, I'm not in debt or anything. I have a few court cases that I have to be involved in. My information was breached through my first job. So, there is a court case based in California that I am involved in. And the letter said, rather I want involved or not, I'm involved. So, that's up to me. And obviously, I'm all in because you can't breach my information and get away with it. I'm finna get some coin too. Even if it's $2, I don't care. So I have to somehow get a lawyer for that. I think it's covered up to a certain amount. That's crazy. I've been to court once and it was against the person that did awful things to me. And that didn't really go well. Never put that on the internet before, but it's public information, but it's not like seeing me would automatically equate to people knowing that off the internet. Like if you just looked up my YouTube and somehow found this and you looked at me, you wouldn't be able to tell that I've been through these things in life. And it's just crazy because I deserve to win that court case. I had all information. I just didn't have a lawyer, and I regret that always. She didn't have a lawyer. She didn't have anything to back it up. I think the judge was homophobic and worthless, and I think the area I live in is just not a good place. I know court almost never goes well, so I don't know. I have another court case that I have to pay for. I don't know how much that's gonna cost, and it's a sad situation where things happen in life and you're involved in it inevitably because I mean, I don't know, it's just like people make things harder than it has to be, and it's not me being petty, like I absolutely have to go to court. I just don't want to talk about the situation because it's a lot. I just don't want to talk about it. But I'm extremely heartbroken all the time over my own decisions and the people that have hurt me and the things that people have done to me and um my relationship issues in the past haunt me 24/7 because I'm always like maybe I was abused because it was my fault. And that's an issue within itself. I have to understand that people abuse me because they are bad people. They don't abuse me because I did something wrong. And that's like one of the hardest things I have to stomach. Like I am not a bad person and I didn't do anything to deserve that. And um it's just awful. It's something that I consistently deal with. And I'm talking about two abusive people I recently dated, right? Like obviously my first relationship was toxic. But I was oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. I was a teenager. I'm talking about the awful ogres that I dated when I was an adult and they knew what they were doing to me and they just made my life worse and worse on purpose without any type of care in the world. Destroyed me. Cuz it was like that validated everything I went through as a teenager, which I'm not mad at her, but I mean, I still want to somewhat acknowledge what I went through, and I'm not saying I'm 100% the victim. Like, I can easily tell anybody in any situation I'm not a good person. I never want to be the type of person that seems like they're lying or playing victim. Like, I can sit here and say a lot of awful things about myself easily. Never want people to be like, oh, you're playing victim to avoid X, Y, and Z. No, I'm not. If I ever did something to deserve to be abused by people, I would be like, oh, yeah, I did this, that, and the other. Like, oh, I cheated, I abused them, I stole their money, but that's not the case. These people abuse me because they're bad people. And I'm talking about my two recent relationships, and one of them wasn't even a relationship, it was a grooming situation. So, and I could argue the other one was. Um, it's just very disgusting, and I hate it. And another thing, when I imagine my future, I've always dealt with suicidal ideation as a child, so I never really imagined anything past 22. I always thought I would be non existent, okay? So it's not even like I planned this, you know? because I always thought I would do something involuntarily or voluntarily, it inevitably no longer exists. So now it's like I lost my hair because I have autism and haircuts would upset me really bad. And that sounds crazy, but that's the truth. And I didn't know that not getting a haircut would make it break off. My hair used to look awful. Now it looks kind of good. I mean, I have hair now. Period. Like I'm thankful I have hair. I would never recover if I was balding or something like that. And I feel for people that are balding and they're good people. I get it. I lost a lot of my hair because my hair used to be like down here. Now it's down here. And I used to want a short bisexual haircut anyway, so you live and you learn. It's just hair, is what I try to tell myself. I'm just obsessed with how I look. And that's another thing. I used to be super, super, super skinny, and I had an eating disorder, and I still do. And I struggle with that a lot. And it's like, I got fat, I lost my hair, lost the person I loved, romantically, and I was abused by multiple people. Went through some awful jobs. I'm not saying I'm special for going through these things, but I'm just like, that's kind of crazy. And this was one of my video ideas because I just want to put on my business that cannot get me murdered on the internet because I'm obsessed with impending doom, as I always say. So I just want everything on the internet because I would freak out if I randomly died tomorrow in a car wreck or had an aneurysm and people didn't know that I was upset with where I ended up in life. Um, People be like, Asia, you're young. But I'm not. I'm not. I'm 26. People that were 26 in the 1920s before the Great Depression in 1929 under Herbert Hoover, I'm sure they had houses, cars, food, except for like people down south. Like the people, you know what I'm talking about. The people that participated in the Great Migration, like I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about like other people. Like I'm talking about I don't know. I'm not talking about the people in the factories either. I'm talking about maybe like Henry Ford, like bad people like him. Like I'm pretty sure that's his name. Racist man. But I just didn't want anybody to misconstrue it as me talking bad about work days because y'all know I'm obsessed with work, but it's just crazy. Cause I think I'm lying. I think maybe 1950s people were rich because they just won World War II and women were slowly kind of getting rights around this time. Like I know they got suffrage in the 20s, but they were um obsessed with the American dream and white picket fences around this time. 50s, 60s. I know it was around like the Vietnam War era, and I know Vietnam War wasn't till later, but um it's just like I no duh, I'm upset with where I am. I'm single, and that's another thing that I wanted to talk about in a different video, but I said let me just make it into one. Because nobody needs a whole video about how I feel about this. Being gay in 2025 and asexual, let me tell you. I thought that being gay in 2025 was crazy, but now that I'm thinking about it, maybe it's just me because I do identify as asexual, but I don't think that matters. I think that being gay is complicated because I said that being accepted is a thing. Like, obviously, if I were to go down to Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Texas, Oklahoma, Florida, perhaps, um, there's always this thought in my brain, like, either I be my true self or lie about who I am because I don't want to end up like Matthew Shepard or Marsha P. Johnson, and that's not funny and that's not a joke at all. Like, that's a reality, a real, true reality a lot of us have to live. And it is sad, and I'm not playing. Like, there are times where I think about lying about my sexuality just so nothing bad ever happens to me. But then again, if you don't lie, then there's a possibility that somebody sexually harasses you, so you really can't win for losing in most situations. So, yeah, that's kind of awful. I said that adopting is an issue, but I honestly think that's an issue for everybody because nobody wants to adopt kids because they are millions of dollars. Like, the adoption agency is obviously a capitalist scam. I think that it's cruel. there's a lot of things that goes on in adoption agencies that's awful, and I've always said it was awful. I just didn't know how in depth of how awful it was till I got on Reddit. And yeah, there's a lot of awful things that go on. I think it's very sad. Like obviously kids and people deserve love and to be safe and not be in a system that abuses them and exploits them for money. But what can you do? Like, I don't have thousands to drop on a kid, a child. I try to say child and kid at the same time, but yeah, I said adopting was an issue. I don't really think so. I think it's an issue for everybody. I think that being gay is a nonstop political discussion. Like you wake up and it's like, oh, my sexuality is on the news. Like what's going to be overturned or not allowed any longer, like my acceptance and rights, like rights to not be fired from a job for being gay. I don't know. And I also said cake arguments, but I don't think that's a big deal either because obviously, if I don't, it is a big deal. Like, obviously, people have the right to get a cake, right? Like, they're getting married, they're in love, they're happy, whatever that is. Like, I don't know what love or happiness is, obviously, truly, but imagine you're just trying to give somebody some money and it's for being gay. It's not like you're spreading bigotry or hatred. Because I do see people get cakes and put nasty things on them, like that's allowed, but you don't make cakes for gay people. I don't know. It's just disgusting. It goes back to morals and ethics because I don't know. Obviously, it's not earth shattering that there's a possibility that somebody can deny me service. I mean, it is earth shattering, but there are bigger fish to fry, like court cases against me and stuff like that. But I just can't imagine being happy to get married and then somebody be like, "Oh, you're gay? No, thank you. Like, I won't make a cake for you." But I'm not saying that was like something that was like crazy. It was just a sad possibility. And there's allegations against people to be a PDF file if you're gay. That's not that's not good. Like, what do you mean? Just because somebody's gay, you think that they are a PDF? But I said that I think my one and only is a woman that I've already met, that I'm in love with, that wants nothing to do with me. But that's not really relevant because I think that most W/W slash sapphic love, interracial sapphic love slash love in general is toxic anyways. We don't have a bad relationship. That's not what I meant. Maybe I was playing and I just didn't want to go into context, so I just said that to say it because I think it's funny. But I think that if I wasn't gay, I'd already be married and have a house and kids and everything by now. Like I made this video before, actually. It was like the very beginning of January. I was wearing a hat. I don't remember which hat it was. It was very dark at night. And I was saying some sad stuff like if I wasn't gay, I'd probably have it all by now. And I truly kind of genuinely believe that. Like, I don't live in a big city, but I feel like if I wasn't hung up on the person that I truly want, that's a woman, I feel like if I was bisexual or straight, I feel like there's a million men that want me because I feel like being straight is so easy because there's always men that will want you. Not love you, but just want you. So it's a complicated topic because lust isn't love and obsession isn't love. But I feel like maybe one of those people that act obsessed with me would be somebody that wouldn't be mean to me, but I'm also obsessed with thinking if I was straight, wouldn't I be dating somebody who was like abusive as well, but just a man? Think about it, because I have bad self esteem and I will allow the worst of the worst to happen. So I always be thinking all these possibilities. Like, if I didn't take this job at the places I took jobs at, where would I be? If I didn't buy this expensive car, where would I be? If I didn't date the people that abused me and groomed me for their own benefit, where would I be mentally, physically, and everything in between? Like, if I wasn't abused as a child emotionally, would I have kids, a family, and the love of my life by now? Like, I just don't know. I think that living life is insane because it's a never ending what if scenario with every single thing you do. And maybe in a different world, even if I did never get abused, I was straight, and I thought everything was great. I didn't have mental illnesses and disabilities. Would I be happy then? I'm always obsessed with finding happiness because I'm super depressed. I've always been super depressed. I'm like, where's the happiness in life? I'll never be able to tell you. I have to have my happiness bought at the pharmacy, and I think being mentally ill, stigma aside, is very devastating because I don't want to be hooked on medicine for the rest of my life. I don't want the routine. I want to be able to wake up, um, go pee, take a shower, and live the day like it's the best day of my life every single day. But I can't. So I have to take medicine to get a facade of that, maybe, because I don't think medicine is for me, along with therapy. So we'll see, but I don't know. Life is never ending what ifs. Like, if I was straight, would my life be better? Probably not. If I never got those jobs that were bad to me, would my life be better? Probably not. If I didn't have to be a political discussion every day, would my life be better? Probably not. Like, there's just no scenario where I can imagine being happy, and I think that's kind of crazy. Cause like, what do you mean I'm depressed? No matter if I'm straight, gay, not heartbroken, not with short hair, not overweight. Like, I don't know. You tell me, what is the scenario that could make me happy? Because I'm always thinking like maybe the love of my life will be like, oh, Asia, I'm sorry, I love you so much, like I'm sorry for everything, let's work on us. Then I imagine us together. I'm like, I can't imagine a life where somebody would stay with me or treat me good or want to be with me because I have mental illnesses and issues, and I never think I'm good enough because everybody in my life has always abused me. Then I think of a different scenario. I'm like, well, maybe I meet somebody and they're great, okay? They're a great woman. They're smart, they're pretty, they're everything I could ever want in a woman. Like, due to my mental illnesses, not be able to get over my ex, I'd probably ruin that and traumatize that girl and ruin her life for like 2 months, maybe. Because then I don't think I'm the type of person that somebody would want to be with and somehow be heartbroken over because based on how people have treated me in the past, I don't think that's realistic being heartbroken or in love with me. I don't think that's realistic. But I don't know. What if, what if, what if? Let me um find some new scenarios to obsess with to try and figure out this calculation of figuring out what makes me happy and what makes me feel like a human. Bye. Help me out. Thanks a lot.